When I was 12 years old, I sat at the home of Rosa Parks, and she spoke into me, vision. She said, whatever you want to do in life, do it. Be undeniable. Saturday, March 7, 2015, we will present All Lives Matter, March on Main, Salute to Selma, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, Alabama. Bloody Sunday is a monumental moment in history that we all should remember. Many people lost their lives in order for us to celebrate the freedoms that we have bestowed upon us today. Be there, Saturday, March 7, 2015, downtown Main Street, 12 o'clock noon, Greenville, South Carolina, and watch our vision come to life as we march in unison and celebrate all lives, because all lives matter.
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's got to be open season.
It's real talk with Traci Fant. It's real talk with Traci Fant. It's real talk with Traci Fant. It's real talk with Traci Fant.
Traci Fant, hey, one of the Upstate's hottest talk radio shows. I know everybody heard that intro, not the Kobe B intro, that was hot, but I'm talking about the March on Main, Salute to Selma. That's going to be next Saturday, March 7th at 12 noon. We want everybody to come out and join us. It's going to be a phenomenal day. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, and I'm telling you, it's a big deal. I mean, we've really been putting a lot of planning into it, a lot of work into it. We have a lot of organizations involved, a lot of churches involved. It's going to be a phenomenal day for a phenomenal movement, and we're extremely excited about it. Julie, I mean, what you think? What do you think about the momentum that's building behind it?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's real important that everybody comes out and supports this peaceful movement. 50 years ago, next week, those people died for just the right to vote. So we need to make sure that we come out and just do that, at least in remembrance of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have to pay homage, to those that did it before us, and we have to continue this movement. I was on the news this morning with Marri Ruiz, and I told her, all lives matter, because the civil rights movement didn't only belong to us. Mm-hmm. That was a movement that belonged to everybody. Everybody benefited from the civil rights movement, and because of that, all lives matter. We want everyone to come out and join us. It's going to be an awesome thing. Hey, I got a special announcement to make also. The Quartet show with Andre Tate in his entirety will air immediately after my show. They had some technical difficulties early, but we really want to get that out there so that his listeners can continue to listen and check his show out. It's a hot show, the Quartet show. Check him out right after my show. So, Julie, today's show is going to be epic. I mean, it's going to be hot. I'm excited.
I know. I was looking at the guest list. You got some good guests coming on today.
Oh, yeah. So live in the studio, we have Myeka Johnson, Lanika Floyd, author April Whittington. That was kind of like a tongue tie for me. And Jamarri Sanders, a.k.a. Young Marri. And Julie, my fabulous co-host. How's your week been?
It's been good. I went out with my friend yesterday, Sharon. She took me to finally go see that 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, yeah. I saw you update about that on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them bondage movies or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I know the girl was naive, but I would have flipped that on Mr. Gray.
What? You mean tell me you'd have tied him up?
Oh, something. He would have been tying me up.
What? Man, I saw he put a gag in her mouth. He did all kinds of stuff. I ain't even seen the movie. I just saw the previews.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to figure out if I wanted to see the movie or not. I haven't read the book.
I haven't either, but my friend sent me the book. Is going to send me the copies of the book so I can kind of read them. But yeah, there's a thin line between love and abuse, and to me, it was abusive. But
wow, so he was, man. Wow, I might have to go see his torture. It was like torture.
In my opinion, it was.
Wow. A college student just tried to reenact that he actually kidnapped somebody, a girl that he had been stalking, And he did the 50 Shades of Grey on her.
Oh my God.
I said, that 50 Shades of Grey must be fierce. Just like this called 50 Shades of Black.
Or chocolate or something like
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah.
I think we should make a movie, a couple of little Netflix movies, 50 Shades of Chocolate, 50 Shades of Black.
Wow.
We should do something like that.
Yeah, we need to.
Put it out there like that. So check this out. In a few minutes, no, I take that back. In a few seconds, we got Miss Myeka Johnson coming up. Julie, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, without further ado, let's start the show. So in the studio today we have Miss Myeka Johnson. What's up, Myeka?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, so it's happy to finally have you in here in the studio. You're a very inspirational young person.
Thank you.
You send out text messages like every day or every other day, inspiring people, but you do so much more.
I do.
So tell us about some of the things you do. I know you have a page on Facebook about suicide prevention. You were a model, actress. You do so much. So tell us about you.
Well, I own a business called MJ's BU. And basically, I'm a spiritual life coach for youth and young adults, and I teach them how to live a happier life using what they have on the inside. Also, I'm in the process of starting a nonprofit called Universal, which is where I want to actually show them how, so teach them about exercise and fitness and the importance of nutrition and things like that, and also utilizing their skills and talents to help individuals in their community, showing them how to be themselves and how important it is to be themselves. And, how, being you can actually benefit people versus you trying to be someone else and you taking away the blessing that you may have for someone else because you're trying to be someone else. So I do a lot of different things. I also have the page on Facebook, like you mentioned before, suicide prevention. I have the Universal page. I have Model with MJ, which is where young people, it can be teenagers, it can be young adults, it can also be adults who come to me and they want to learn about modeling, either getting started or they want to update their portfolio. And I also use that as a time to when they come to me where we can sit down and we can talk about everyday life and things that they may be going through and just kind of give them an idea of how they possibly can deal with it, or just give them an idea of how they can change their circumstances and things like that. So I have a lot going on. I'm also a writer. I've written 2 books and I'm working on my 3rd book right now. So
what are the titles of your book?
My first book is called Peace, Power, Purpose, Prosperity, but What About Perseverance? And pretty much I love writing about what I feel personally and from experience of how a young person's mind may operate as far as if they're going through hard times, if they're struggling with something. Like, okay, so if I'm in this circumstance, or if I'm having issues with peer pressure, or just finding my identity, then how would I think? What decisions would I make? Or how afraid would I be to approach someone? If I were to approach someone, how would I approach them? It's pretty much how they think, things that they would not say out loud. That's pretty much being a voice for them.
Well, I know you said you were a spiritual life coach. Now, do you find that with people, young kids these days, do they open up, or are they ready to talk to you, or you kind of break down that wall before they'll start talking to you?
Well, I pretty much have a cool personality, so I'm pretty open. You can come to me and talk to me about anything. I'm cool, laid back, but if I wasn't, the better approach to go to teenagers to be able to get them to open up would be just relating to them, be honest with them. We all have past, we all grew up, and not everyone had the same lifestyle as most teenagers. So talk to them about your struggles. Talk to them about how you struggle with finding yourself and the things you in high school and how it was hard for you to fit in. Talk about those things. Talk about real life. I mean, we live in a world now where things are crazy, and you can't even turn on the news for 5 minutes and not see anything bad. So be open with them. Talk to them about those things, and be honest with them about how they make you feel. How would you deal with those things? So, yeah.
Hey, I need you to be my life coach.
She made me feel good already.
That's what I'm saying. She kind of brightened my day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything you're doing. How old are you? Because
I'm 25. I'll be 26 this year.
So See, that's what I'm saying. The smell of Similac and baby powder. Baby up in
Yeah, they
here
ain't gonna want to
giving us
talk to me.
advice.
They're gonna say you too old. You don't know what you're talking about, but they'll talk to her.
Well, I think that she's on to something really, really big, and we need it. It's much needed. Do you just talk mainly to females, or do you talk to males and females?
I talk to males and females, young or
That's
old.
great. That's great. Yeah, because I might make an appointment with you.
That's fine. Just let me know.
Because, like I said, you're very inspirational.
Thank you.
And motivational. When you send those text messages out, and I told you I was going to respond one time, but I didn't know if it was going to, when you send out a text blast, how it blasts to everybody when you respond, and people are like, who is this, who is this, who is this?
Oh, no, it doesn't do that. Yeah, you can text me back, yeah.
And it's not annoying. So how does somebody get on your list? Like, if they want you to send them something inspirational?
Well, the number that I use is actually my business number. So they can call me or text me at 864-991-6590, and I'll add you to my contact list, and you'll receive the inspirational text. But also, you can email me at mjsbu@gmail.com, or follow me on Facebook at Myeka Johnson MJ. And then I pretty much post everything that I do on there. I post things because I write about emotions. So I post that on there. I post pictures from when I work with individual models. And some of the things that I send via text, I also post on Facebook. Okay. So yeah, that's how they can follow me.
And you have several Facebook pages.
I do.
So people can follow you, Myeka Johnson,
or Project Persevere. They can follow me at Universal. And also, I just started a group recently here in Greenville called Change. I do have a Facebook page for it, but that's where we get together and we talk about ideas. All young people, can be adults also, teenagers, they want to come together, but we discuss ideas, we pray, we talk about God, we talk about things that we deal with. And then we also talk about executing those ideas. So if you want to do a networking party, if we want to do events for the youth, okay, how do we go about doing that? And we all just come together and we discuss it, and then we go from there.
Right, and you forgot to mention you've also partnered with me.
Oh, yeah.
She's also partnered with ThinkTwice.org, and she actually has been contacting me for over a year, correct? She was in North Carolina. She was pretty far. But as soon as she came back to Greenville, she was like, look, I'm back. I'm ready.
Interview time.
Yeah, we met,
let's talk.
Yeah, and I was ready. And so she's very, I'm telling you, in her lane and doing her thing. And I'm so proud of you for doing that, for doing what you do. Being a young person and such an inspiration. And doing it all because you find it in your heart to do it, and you actually following the path that God has led you on.
Oh yeah, and I love it. I love just seeing people be able to identify who they are and then love it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So were you always, like, as a little kid, inspired and passionate and motivated?
I realized what I wanted to do at 6 years old.
You hear that, Tootie? She was 6.
I was 6.
She was 6, Tootie. You heard that?
I actually had my first experience with understanding homelessness. And I remember telling my dad, Dad, I really want to figure out ways to help people not to be in these situations. Wow. And ever since then, I've been wanting to help people.
You know what? My daughter, LaPortia, she was the same way. She was about 5 or 6 years old, and she was like, Mommy, I want to feed everybody in the world so nobody's poor and nobody's hungry. I was like, okay, but right now let's concentrate on us eating. Because the struggle was real back then, But she always had the heart and the passion, for helping people. And who knew that it would trickle down into me? And I say, you know what? I want to help people too. So things happen in your life that's can change you for the better or for the worse. But we pray that it changes you for the better and not for the bitter.
Yeah, that's true.
So now, do you go out and speak to the youth groups of different churches and anything like that, or how can people reach you again?
They can. They can still reach me at my business number, the 864-991-6590. Also, a lot of people contact me via Facebook, email mjsbu@gmail.com. So yeah, that's how they can contact me if they want me to come speak or if they want me to be a part of their program or any. Yeah, that's how they can contact me.
She's very mature for her age too.
Yeah, she is. Because when I met with her, you know what I'm saying. I'm very mature as well. However, I have my silly moments. Look at Trey shaking his head. You know what I'm saying? Chop him in the throat or something. But she is very mature. I was very impressed by that because when she first contacted me, I think she sent me some prom dresses last year and did some different things like that. So when she first contacted me, I was like, okay, yeah, we can get together. But then after I met with her, I was like, wow, you know what? Yeah, I want to do something with someone as passionate as you are. So we're gonna have a few events here in Greenville throughout this year. I'm looking forward to it. Right now, she's going to march with us. on March 7th.
Yes.
I'm excited about that as well. She's going to have some people carrying different signs and everything.
Okay.
And so that's really what's up. But hey, on this show, we give shout-outs. So go get those shout-outs.
Well, I guess I would like to give a shout out to everyone that is supporting my vision. I really appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out to those who are struggling with being who they are. All I want to say is be who you are, because you never know who needs you for who you are right now.
That's right. That's what's up. And hey, thank you for being a guest on Real Talk with Traci Fant.
Thank you
and
for
that's
having
Real
me.
Talk. All right, so my next guest is Miss Lanika Floyd. I thought her name was Freckles, the host, because, you know, that's what she's AKA on Facebook. But she's the CEO and the whole mindset behind the Greenville Soaring Butterflies, an awesome organization for young girls. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
You doing all right?
Yes.
That's what's up. So tell us about the Greenville Soaring Butterflies.
Greenville Soaring Butterflies is an organization I started in 2012. Started working with young girls ages from 7 to like 17. The reason why I wanted the organization is because as a youth, I took my mom and dad through a battlefield. All the way through middle school. I done been through all walks of life. At the age of 21, I lost my job. I had a epilepsy condition and had a brain surgery. So I had to see another vision of going back home with my parents, the ones that I then took down and out. And I had to always fall back and say, my parents gonna always be there. At the second time I walked in life, I said, it's a lot of young girls that's going through things. I know what I went through. I know the reason why I took my parents through the situation that I took them through. So I felt like it's time for me, what God gave me the vision to do, is help these young girls, because now they're starting to do things that I wasn't thinking about doing when I was in middle school. And that's what made me want to do different stuff with them. And my goal is, it's a lot of kids nowadays don't get to see the life that I got to see. They didn't get to do the things out here that I got to do. So that's my vision, is to take them around the world. That's what I want to do with my young girls, and I help them with everything possible.
Wow, that's what's up. And the Soaring Butterflies is really soaring. You know, you're doing a great job. I see you guys doing all kind of different events when people are giving back to the community and just everything. And I've been very impressed by you. I followed you for a while now, and I remember seeing them at Bajia's event when they gave when we fed the homeless. Not this past Thanksgiving, but last Thanksgiving. And then I saw them back doing that again. But I mean, they do so much. I mean, so it's a great learning experience. I think giving back and teaching your children how to give back is so important nowadays, because they all feel like we owe them something, basically. You know, a lot of kids come home from school, they don't do any kind of housework, they don't do no homework. All they do is play that PlayStation 4. Yeah, I said PlayStation 4 all day, you know what I'm saying, or Xbox or whatever it is, and feel like, hey, my parents are supposed to supply these great things to me. And so I think that it's very necessary that we teach our young people in the world how to give back and how to appreciate what they have.
What is the age range for the girls that you work with?
The youngest one I have right now is 7, and the oldest one I have is 16.
Okay, and I know you said that you like to take them out of town, and you kind of get them out of their environment so they can see what life is.
Last year of January, when they was out for Martin Luther King weekend, I took them to Tennessee to the cabin, because they know that I go to the cabin every year. So I took it upon myself to say, y'all can see the cabin too.
How many did you take?
We had 23 girls that we took to the cabin.
One cabin?
One cabin.
Oh, wow.
And so did you self-fund it, or did you do fundraisers, or?
We did fundraisers. We had Blessings that called us the day of the trip. Wow. And we had fish fries. We had all kind of raffle tickets. If you ever hear about us, we always doing raffle tickets. And the next trip I have for them is Disney World. And that's this year, January of this year. And it'll be a 4-day trip to Disney World because that's the next trip that they want to see. And that's my goal, to let them be able to see Disney World this year.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow. You know, I promised Tootie we were going to take her to Disney World this year. She kind of called me out on it, though, because I told her we was going to take her for her birthday last year. So when I mentioned it, she was like, hold up. You told me we was going to go on my birthday. My birthday was in August. You know, she started. I was like, you know what?
They don't forget.
They don't forget. You only 6 years old. How you going to check me? She checked me like Phaedra check. What's her name?
Oh, wow. Kenya.
Yeah, like Phaedra check. It was just silence, just like that. Silence. You ain't hear nothing but chirping, crickets chirping.
Wow. You better take her.
Yeah, we're gonna take her this year. We're gonna do that this year. But man, I think it's a phenomenal thing you're doing because you know when I was growing up, we had like stuff like Vacation Bible School. I grew up in Detroit though, so you know. But our trips were like going downtown to the Renaissance Center, you know, or going. Well, I take that back. We went to Canada and different things like that. But you know, that was like right across the bridge. So you know, it wasn't really like you know something that we kind of look forward to. We could actually see it from where I live. So. You know, going over there was like, okay, we in Canada now. You know, so it's a little different. But now that I think about it, even seeing those things as a young person, now I appreciate it because it's very important for us to allow our children to see the world so that they don't feel like Greenville is where it begins and ends. You have some people that feel like a trip to Spartanburg is like a trip.
That's correct.
You know, you be like, you gonna come to Spartanburg, huh? You want me to drive all the way to Spartanburg? You want me to drive all the way to Anderson? You know, even my husband, he was telling me that, you know, he lived in Anderson. And so he said from Anderson to Greenville, for them, like to go to the mall or something, that was a big deal.
Wow. It was a big deal for me because I came from the country and I never went out of town. And that's why now, when I was growing up, my parents never went on family vacation. So when I got old enough to go on family vacations, I went every year. I always took neighborhood kids, take them to the beach. Some kids never been to the beach. And it don't cost a lot to take a bunch of kids to the beach. You know, you can eat cheap. So that's why I like what you're doing. I would like to.
And a lot of times they don't even want to eat when you take them to the beach.
Yeah, they just let them out there in that water. They'll be in that water all day.
Yeah, my kids was always hungry at the beach. Well, I'm like, you still hungry? All it's saying, we tired of that. We ain't got nobody to play with. It's for y'all.
And that was the first trip that when I first started the organization, that was the first trip I did, was a beach trip.
Wow.
And another thing, we got blessed. Like, we had already got a rental car and everything, and I had called my pastor that morning to pray for us. And he was like, why y'all didn't get the church van? So we then went and took the other rental car back and went and got the church van. And he said, just as long as y'all back early Sunday morning with the church van, we can go on. So we have been blessed. When I say blessed, and I enjoy every minute of it. Every minute of it.
And you also have a fundraiser going on right now, right?
Yes, I have a fundraiser going on I have 2 that's going to start. The first one, I'll be challenging 5 hair salons and 1 barbershop. So they'll have some different little giveaways at these salons, but we're challenging each. I think it's like 5 of them, salons. And I'll be posting that up on Facebook coming in this week so you'll know which salons or whatever are being challenged to raise the most money for the girls' trip. Then we also have one of the butterfly mothers. She's going to do a hair giveaway. She's going to do a makeover. And it's going to be for Easter, the weekend of Easter.
Wow, that's what's up. And you also got something big coming up March 7th, right?
Yes, we also are walking with y'all on March 7th also.
That's right. So, the Greenville Soaring Butterflies is going to march with us on the 7th. We're very excited about that. Thank you for promoting it as well.
Thank you.
I appreciate everybody that's involved with that and all the promoting and sharing that everyone is doing. Today I got a call from a Latino newspaper. They're going to be out there, and they're also promoting it from their end. And so it's going to be a great thing. It's just going wrong.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm supposed to be going to like 3 baby showers. I didn't cancel all that just for the walk.
Wait, what time is baby? Because if they later,
we're going to the walk.
It's a march though. It ain't no walk.
Well, the march. We're going to march.
It's going to be.
We're going to be marching with y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be what they say.
I've been telling everybody.
For real. It's a march. It's like walk is down the street. Now we just shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come for us.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm super excited about it. Super excited. So how can somebody find your fundraiser?
We also have a GoFund.
Okay.
So the GoFund is up on the Greenville Soaring Butterflies.
Okay.
Then they have a Facebook page, Greenville Soaring Butterflies, and me, I go through 3 different characters in life. So what's the host on Facebook? I'm also Lanika Floyd on Facebook, and the Freckles the host pages because I pretend also.
Right, because I texted her like I was like, what's your name? What's your real name? She texted me, oh, Lanika. Whew. That was close, because I would have called you Freckles on here, though,
Yeah, that's my bar life.
Okay, that's what's up. We all do another thing. Julie strip on the side. Never would have thought. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm broke. Okay.
She a broke script. We got to step her script name up. We got to straighten that out, Julie.
Got to work on it.
She wasn't supposed to say she was broke on there. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't be broke.
That's what I'm saying. Julie, you ain't broke. Julie ain't broke.
Yeah, right.
Except she got to clean that up for church. She comes straight to the studio from church. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to Reverend Stephen Lomax.
Yes.
He's doing an awesome job with you guys, you ex-scrippers and ex-cons and stuff. He's doing an awesome job with you. I give him a little shout out for that.
Wow.
So if somebody wanted to look you up, they'll just look at your Facebook page, Freckles the host, or Greenville Soaring Butterflies.
Yes, ma'am.
And both the fundraisers on there, as well as some other cool stuff, interesting things that you're doing. And maybe you can fix that. You see my little baby over there asleep? Look at her.
Because that's another thing. A lot of the youth now be so boring and stuff like that. They call me and want to go do stuff.
She's like, she bored to death, don't she? Tootie. Look at her. Fix it. But on this show, we give shout outs, so go ahead and give us some shout outs.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to my butterfly family because I have a big family of 25. So those are my babies. That's my life. That's my heart. And a big shout out to my parents, my mom and daddy, Jackie and Michael.
Okay.
Thanks them to giving me the vision that I got right now. And God is my number one man.
All right. Shout out to you for being obedient and for your vision and for you working with these young ladies that really need it. They really need a mentor like you that keeps it real with them and everything. She's real deep with it. I mean, she really keeps it real.
You let me know if you need any chaperones or anybody to talk to, because I always want to mentor young girls, because I've been there and done that.
I'm telling you, Julie about it for real.
Okay, yeah, because that's
She
another
got on Sunday's
thing.
best today, but she usually wear leather.
Okay.
And nunchucks.
And that's the
Brass
next thing
knuckles.
I'm working on too, because I'm trying to do workshops, and we're trying to get it done for the summertime. A workshop that I want to do like every 3 months for the youth. But I stay in contact with you.
Julie can tell them about that life. She about that life. she hates me. But hey, thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. Freckles, the host, a.k.a. Lanika Floyd. We truly appreciate you for stopping by, and that's Real Talk.
Thank you.
Stuck in jail, we can bail. Call JG Bell Bonnet, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. My girl Jamie Graham, she's holding it down up there in Greer. But I'm telling you, she's all over the upstate, helping people out, helping get them, bail them out of jail, start a new life. She'll even go to the court with you, speak to the judge for you. She's really trying to help people out, and she's led by God. Her vision is so strong and so phenomenal. I truly appreciate my girl Jamie Graham. Again, that's Stuck in Jail, we can bail. Call JG Bell Bonnet, and that number is 864-877-6200, serving the entire upstate. And also, quick reminder, the Quartet Show with Andre Tate will be airing right after my show. So y'all keep tuning in and keep listening, because Andre Tate will be in the building. They had a little technical difficulties earlier, but he's back, and he'll be in the building at 4 or 5, something like that. But stay tuned for him after my show.
Ministry is looking for young girls that's residing in the Columbia, Greenville, and Spartanburg area. They are doing a launch on March 28th of this year. For more information, please contact them on Facebook at Inspired Ministries INC.
Oh yeah, that's my girl, evangelist Shonda Orman. And I mean, she's doing so much. She's a talk show host. She's an evangelist. She's a motivational speaker. She does a lot in the Greenville area throughout. I think she's in Columbia, all over the place with it. But her ministry is strong and profound. And like Julie said, y'all look her up on Facebook, Shonda T. Norman, or either to the Facebook page, Inspired Ministries, Inc., for more information. When I was 12 years old, I sat at home with Rosa Parks, and she spoke into me, vision. She said, whatever you want to do in life, do it. Be undeniable. Saturday, March 7th, 2015, we will present All Lives Matter, March on Main, Salute to Selma, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, Alabama. Bloody Sunday is a monumental moment in history that we all should remember. Many people lost their lives in order for us to celebrate the freedoms that we have bestowed upon us today. Be there, Saturday, March 7th, 2015, downtown Main Street, 12 o'clock noon, Greenville, South Carolina, and watch our vision come to life as we march in unison and celebrate all lives, because all lives matter.
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's got to be open season.
All right, Trey, you on point with those beats and everything today? Well, you got the doggone Jamaican thing going on and all kind of stuff. That's what's up, Trey. See, I almost lost my train of thought, you know, because we was about to doggone Julie. You see Julie over there doing the prep or the WAP, whatever that was, and the snake. Julie was getting off, boy. Welcome back to the show. We got my girl April Whittington in here. What's up, April?
Hey,
and she, okay.
How y'all doing?
So editor, writer, philanthropist, you do everything.
I just try to contribute whatever I can, my energy to society. I just have a very upbeat personality, you know, and I just have to figure out ways to share it and be productive.
That's what's up. That's how I am. You know, my personality is sometimes it can be on lock, and I just have to do things to let it out. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get a radio show, and let's just put it all out there so people can see my personality, because I'm really funny.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Julie?
You are.
Probably like the funniest person you know, besides Kevin Hart.
She's a comedian.
You hear my son? You hear him sound effects?
Yeah, I heard it.
So April, tell us about, first of all, so you have a book called It's My Fault.
Yeah.
It's My Fault?
It is.
That's what's up. So tell us about the book.
The book came about because I was a very troubled juvenile. I got in a lot of trouble. I just never made good choices and never understood that it was always something I could control. And what I've learned in evolving to who I am now, I've been a bad person according to what the world says, but I've learned how to channel all of that to help people. That's it. So I'm cute. I really did decide one day, I was like, I'm about to write a book.
That's deep.
And I sat down and wrote a book. And I got a website. I bought a domain name and had it for a year. But I always knew I was supposed to do something. Wow. I just didn't understand to what level. And as I continue to grow, everything I touch, I'm able to say with confidence, not arrogance,
right?
Confidence that I know.
And there's a big difference.
There is.
Yeah,
I just know that
some people think I'm arrogant.
They do, but it's not. I just understand why people like me and love me, because I give them love, right. You know? And not everybody likes me. Not everybody will, but I get the gist of my existence. So I just try to share it and help other people not feel weird about who they are, because I used to be a weird kid. Mm-hmm. And now that I understand my journey, it's not that you're weird. You just aren't understood easily. Gotcha. So that makes you even more special. So yeah, that's kind of what this book is about. It's about making you want to take responsibility, because when you do that, nobody else can control you.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, I mean, I like that concept that it's my fault, because really it is our fault. You can blame it on everybody else you want to blame it on, and all the things you've been through in life, but it's your fault.
At the end of the day, for it to actually get solved correctly. You know what I'm saying? You can continue to blame, but you still gonna have the issue still there. And I don't do really well with whining and getting around things. I'm all about dealing with what the reality is. Period.
Oh, that sounds more like me. You know what I'm saying? The struggle is real. I'm telling you, we don't like no whining and stuff. Let's just cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. Let's find a remedy and let's fix it.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know. And that book, that title says a lot. It's my fault, because you do have to you have to, dang, what word am I looking for? You have to take ownership of your BS, basically.
You do.
You got to take ownership of it.
That's not my rule.
Yeah, that's true.
I just have the ability to write. Wow. So I chose to write a book. I published it myself. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available on my website, adwhittington.com. I just want to be able to always use my voice, whether written or verbally, to help people. That's it. There's nothing you can expect from other humans. You know, you just exchange energy and do your best, no matter what other people feel. If you know that's what you did, it really doesn't matter.
That's right. You're right. Take ownership. That's deep. That's deep. And then you're also, you say you're the editor.
The associate managing editor for Sheen magazine.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah. And they let me be myself there. I get to write. It's an awesome place to work, and also a good publication because it is the ultimate beauty guide.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I've actually been in Sheen before.
Yeah.
They did a real nice write up, about me when I first started. It's probably like, well, no, it wasn't when I first started, but maybe like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, they did a really nice write up about me in Sheen, and like I went to the building and got like 50 million copies and sent them to everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was pretty.
So where's this magazine based out of?
It's in Fountain Inn, right?
Yes,
it's in Fountain Inn.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. You know what I'm saying? Right here local. But they're doing some big things because Jeff and I actually went to an event Sheen had in Atlanta. And it was so lavish and so posh. I'm telling you, it was nice. And it was so packed that we were trying to figure out was a celebrity in the building. But that's just how they support in Atlanta. The support in Atlanta is so crazy. It's like if you're having a magazine release party, a CD release party, they're going to show up just to show you that love.
Yeah, we have a gala coming up. That's probably what you'll see circulating soon. It is a black tie event. It's also our publisher, Kim Chapman's 50th birthday.
Okay.
So it's going to be a nice event.
Cool. I'm familiar with Kim as well. I know Kim.
Yeah, good person.
Yeah, she's a very nice person. So, is that your only publication? That's your only book that you've written?
This is my only publication. I am working on a novel, but I'm also going to be launching Creative Connects in about 2 more months for artists age 5 to 17.
So you can do something with that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah.
Tootie, we're gonna get you in a lot of stuff. Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's like, we gotta go to the radio station again. You know what I'm saying? Most little kids don't get to experience this. This is fun, Tootie. This is fun. It's like a party.
She's not here for that.
Because we can go to the library and get me some books.
Oh, okay, yeah, library to get you some books. Okay, that's what. See, she be all over Fixes Jesus. She be all over the place. She thinking about the library.
How old is she?
She's 6.
Exactly.
Yeah, they be all over the place.
This isn't it for her.
Yeah, she need to watch Bubble Guppies or something. Because what we talking about doesn't even interest her.
Nah, she's sick.
So how can someone get your book? Because I think I met you when Yolanda did she had some kind of networking events at what's the name of that restaurant she used to do?
SCB's.
Yes. And you came in and you spoke about your book and everything, and you had a really nice setup and everything. You had like a little entourage with you and stuff. I was like, who is that right there? I think you had like a pink blazer and some green and stuff. I was like, who is that right there? She's a writer. I'm like, that's what's up there. But you had a really good presentation.
Thank you.
You're very well spoken.
Thank you.
Also. Yeah, you're very, very
Just try to use some of those words I learned.
I try to use big words sometimes, but I stumble with them.
It's all right.
Julie been helping me out with that.
Me too.
She seemed like she all nice and sweet and innocent,
No,
don't she?
this is that.
She's a thug, for real. You heard what I said earlier. She wear leather. She got some nunchucks in her purse, and she got some doggone...
Don't believe that.
some brass knuckles.
It's gangster.
She gangster, for real.
No.
So, April, so what's next with you?
Well, I have the Creative Connects coming out. I'm now starting to branch out into do more interviews. That's something I like to do. I do media relations. So I'm just going to continue writing, work on a novel, writing at Sheen, and launch Creative Connects.
Wow, and what's Creative Connects? What is it going to consist of?
It is going to be a place for artists age 5 to 17 to not feel weird.
So how can, like, if a parent, well, I guess after you launch it, you give everybody the information as far as...
Right. But they can follow the Creative Connects Instagram page now. They can follow April Whittington because it's something that's ongoing. The Kickstarter will launch in about 2 months, possibly, to raise that money because we really need to provide a breeding ground for our creative kids.
Wow, okay, that's what's...
Now, we don't want them feeling weird because they don't know what to do with their art. You know, we want to encourage. So Creative Connects is going to be for artists and those who love them, that they can understand that their child or loved one or cousin's not weird. They just need an outlet. So I just really, and it's going to be free of charge. That's another big deal to me, is I want it to stay free.
Wow, that's what's up. And I'm an artist at heart. You know, I love to paint and draw. My mother always tells people, and she always brings that up, but I can just probably sketch you right now. You're just sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm real good. I used to draw my kids when they were babies, like their little hands and stuff, their little feet and everything. But life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Life.
And I feel that life makes us forget about what's important, because in reality, everything we deal with is created by some type of artist in their field. So we just have to breathe life into, you know, the life of being an artist and writing as an art, period. So I'm excited.
Well, that's what's up. Well, on this show, well, first of all, let everybody else know how to get in touch with you again, and then I want you to give me them awesome shout-outs.
Okay. My name is @AprilWhittington, WHITTINGTON. That's what it is on Facebook, on Instagram. It's AD Whittington on Twitter. And I shout out to God for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak to people, to encourage them based on pain that I've overcome. And shout out to everybody who's trying to figure out who they are and not really understanding how important their existence is. It is. Just stay tuned. Your life is coming.
All right, that's what's up. And shout out to you also, April, for expressing your talents and starting something for young people, you know what I'm saying, to get involved with as well. It seems like that's kind of how the show has been going, right? It's been kind of rolling like that. So shout out to you for that as well.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. And that's Real Talk. All right, so this artist right here, I met him when he was like I ain't gonna say he was a little kid, but he was a lot younger than he is now.
I was 19, matter of fact.
19,
Yeah,
that's
19.
right, that's right. You know, and he's actually a friend of mine's son. In fact, I know your mom and your dad.
Yes, man.
So, you know, shout out to them for producing an awesome young man.
Yeah, you know
What's up, Jamarri Sanders, a.k.a. Young Marri? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's what's up.
Been a
Welcome
long
to the
time.
show.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad to be in here.
Hey, awesome to have you as well. We had some of his music, but we had some little technical problems. But you're gonna get it to me so that we can play it during other shows. Cause I like to get artist music out there.
Of course.
You know, that's one of the main reasons why I want you guys to come on the show. You know, to promote you, because I think that your art, people need to know, you know, who you are. But you sound a lot like Future. Anybody told you that?
Yes, man. You told me that. Really, I really don't know how to describe myself. I'm just music is art to me, you know. So it's like whatever I'm feeling, I just paint the picture for it right there and there on the spot.
That's what's up. And do you have several different producers or one main producer?
I got two main producers, a guy named Alan Pulley and Kelly Blaze. They've been working with me since I was 19, you know, so it's like home. And so it's like they already know off the rip what I want. When I come in there, it's like, Marri, we got beats lined up for you, and I'm just going to do them. And it just happened like that.
All right, that's what's up. And you have some music. You actually have some songs with some different artists, right? That they're playing now. I'm trying to find it. But what song are you on with? Wait a minute, let me see. You got a song called Boo Bae?
Boo Bae with Old Buddy.
Yeah, Old Buddy. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's right now. That's playing on 98.1.
98.1, yes, ma'am.
All right, that's what's up. So how does it feel when you first hear your song on the radio?
It's funny because I didn't hear it first.
Okay.
I got a call and it was like, yo, your song on 98.1. And I'm like, huh? 98.1 playing it? And somebody recorded it and sent it to my phone. And when they sent it to me, then I seen it like that, you know, because I was out, you know, so I couldn't get to the radio, of course, because I'm out. So when I seen it like that, it was like, wow. I was like, whoa. Like, yeah, we moving.
I can just imagine. You know, so what's Boo Bae? Is that a rap song or hip hop? What R&B? What kind of song is it?
It's a mixture between, because I'm just not a rapper, you know. So it's like it's a mixture between R&B and rap in the same sense, you know. It's like Boobay actually means that person, your everything, basically. Because you know how
your boo and your bae.
Your boo, your bae, that's your everything.
It's before like, everyone, ain't it? Before, what is it? What's the bae for? Is it before everyone?
Before everyone.
I think that's what somebody said it stands for.
I don't know.
Before everyone.
Yeah, I read it somewhere because what does bae mean? I'm thinking baby or whatever, and it was like, I think it's before everyone.
Yeah, before everyone. That's the perfect way.
Something like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
So Boobay.
Boobay.
So like BOOBAE.
BAE, yes.
So that's what's up then. So like like for my husband, he's my Boobay.
That's your Boobay. That's your everything.
That's what I'm start calling him. What's up, Boobay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, go ahead. Let's go out to eat, Boobay. I don't think he probably gonna like Jeff. Don't look like a Boobay, do it? You like a boo? You my boo?
Just say babe.
Babe. Babe with a B.
Babe.
The old school way?
Yeah.
Babe.
Old school way.
That's what's up. Okay, so I can't use the new lingo. Don't do it.
But Traci, you can use it.
I think I can. Julie,
you got it. You got it.
She got it. She be hating sometimes. I be trying to give her props. I be telling people how she really is and everything. Ex-scripper, you know what I'm saying? She used to ride a motorcycle. Motorcycle. Just fighting bars and stuff.
You did.
No.
She go up in Chiefs. She go up in Chiefs. They all know her. At Cream, she got a pass. She could just walk up in Cream. For real.
Don't believe it.
I can't do that.
Show no ID.
I can't even do that.
That's how she is, boy. She got it like I ain't even know.
I gotta come in there with you then.
Don't believe it.
I was shocked and amazed. I felt like I was with the president or something.
For real?
For real. I mean, you know. But anyway, enough about Julie and her skills. You know, we're gonna talk about you again. So, you got a EPK, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it called, and how can people find it?
Good Ain't Good Enough.
Okay.
I named my mixtape Good Ain't Good Enough. You know, for the reason, you know, especially being an independent artist, you know, it's always, everybody puts out music, you know. It's always music going.
Right.
And I think people sometimes fail to realize that the music that we do, you know, which is cool, you know, it's nice, but it's more to it than that. So when I say good ain't good enough, it's mostly talking about the work, but being behind it, you know, like, yeah, it's good that we putting it out, but with no work behind it, it's not enough, you know.
Right.
So
that's why it has to be your passion.
It has to be your passion. Like, music is all I got, you know. Matter of fact, I was listening to CeeLo not too long ago, and actually it was, I think, Good and Mob, and it was Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something.
Oh yeah.
And I kept listening to CeeLo verse, and he described me so well that I was like, whoa, like, really? Like, my music is all I got, you know. It's no work for me, it's nothing else. This is it, you know, it's all or nothing. So when I say good ain't good enough, it's going to take a lot of work. And what I'm doing right now is good, but I'm still not where I want to be. So I still got to keep going hard in whatever I'm doing, you know.
That's what's up. And you have to have people in your circle to understand that.
Have to. It takes a team.
Yeah, because if your people in your circle don't understand that, they're going to try to pull you away from your passion. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, bro, come on, you know, you ain't got to really hit the studio that hard. You ain't got to go today. And that day that you miss the studio might be the day that you was about to, you know what I'm saying, drop that hit or hit that beat that's going to make you say, you know what, I got some lyrics that fit that perfectly.
That's so right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't let anybody sway you away from your vision. Because a lot of people in your life ain't meant to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that.
Yeah.
You know, some people, you know, they meant to pay a visit, but they're not there. They ain't supposed to stay. But, you know, take something from every experience, though. But just realize that because, you know, I found myself before chasing after somebody that wasn't supposed to be in my life. A friend, I'm like, you know what? I got to understand that you just seasonal. Yeah. I got to cut that off because I got to go for mine. I got to get mine. And that's the mindset you have to have. And as an artist, I'm sure it's hard for you because a lot of people don't understand that. Your parents might not understand. Well, your dad understand.
Now, my dad always understood because he done music. But my mom, it was so hard for a while to, you know, get her to understand my vision. And, you know, because it's like with her, she looked at me as, you know, her son. And now I have a son. It's time to be a man. You got to work. And I'm like, oh. That ain't me, you know.
And you are working. You said,
you know.
I guess once they see, the benefits.
The benefits from it, you know. But it took her for me to start going on the road. You know, lately I've been in Atlanta, I've been in Florence, I've been in Wilmington. I've been, you know, traveling with it, and it occurred to see me on the road and then hearing Boo Bay on the radio.
Right.
And she's like, whoa, now my son moving, so now she done.
Because she started looking at you like you and dad all over. This ain't even about to happen.
Yeah, that's exactly how she viewed me.
You ain't bringing Quan and Queen to this house. You know what I'm saying?
That's how she looked at
Quan to this house. We ain't about to have that. But
you say that too, because that's exactly how she viewed it. Like,
I'm telling you, but
following your daddy's footsteps. She just going.
But but the thing is, sometimes that I was watching Reverend Run, right, and I really didn't too much care for the show, but I was watching the episode where the oldest son was in the studio and they was trying to push him to make music, like you can do it. Yeah, but then do you see the little one though?
Yeah.
Diggy came out of nowhere with it, and like I told my son Traci, I said he's so hard, he's so cold with it. It's just like it's crazy to hear his lyrics, to hear his song. But that's the one that his dad probably didn't think, because they had him being a little model,
yeah, they
a little dancer.
Diggy.
Yeah, they overlooked him. They ran him out the studio.
Yeah.
Now he the one bringing in the checks.
Do you know what's funny though? I just so vividly remember, like, when I was 19 years old, I used to go to the studio all the time, and I'd be in the late nights, and my producers at the time, they was dealing with other artists. And my dad had other artists at the time because they was running a label called BMA at the time.
Yeah, I remember.
So they had other artists. And I would never rap, but I knew I could rap. And I'd come in the studio and ask my producer, Kelly Blaze, and be like, hey, man, can I record tonight? And he'd be like, no, man, this ain't the place to play.
Get out of here, kid, you're bothering us.
That's how they did me.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy that one night I called my friend Devin that could sing. Guy named D. Collins. I called him, man. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And we was out. And I was like, man, look, we finna go to the studio. And we finna tell E that you want to sing tonight. And that's how we gonna get in there. So I called him and he answered. And I know he wanted to work with Devin. So I used Devin to get inside the studio. We got in there and we did a song called Can't Be Your Man. The first song we ever did. And when he came back in the studio, it was late, and he came in the studio and said, y'all came up with this, playing around? And I was like, I told you, man, you should have been let us in here.
Wow.
And ever since then, it was Marri. They let me be in there all night, all day, so that's why I be at a lot.
That's
all
what's
night,
up.
all day.
You had to scheme your way into the studio.
Scheme my way in the game.
But once you got in there, though, you stayed.
I stayed in there, I never left.
See, that's what's up, and that's what you're going to have to, keep in mind. You always going to have to remember how you started and that hunger that you felt. Man, you got to be starving now, though.
I mean, I'm starving.
Forget being hungry. You got to be, like, starving, like it's a little piece of cheese or something across the street, but it's traffic going everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to duck and dodge. You got to try to make it.
It's so hard. But this is what I want to do. So I take everything that comes with it, from all the negative to the whatever it is. This is what I do, and this is what I chose to do, and this is what I've been blessed to do. So I accept everything that comes with it, and I stay prayed up, of course. So
yeah,
I see things, once it comes to me, and if it's negative, I stay prayed up enough to make sure I can see it, and I always ask God to help me see it clearly, you feel me? So, and see it for what it really is. So I point things out, and I just keep moving around and keep doing what I do, and it just never stops. So I'm just on the road
that's what you got to do. You got to navigate it. You got to get around it. You got to get straight to the. You got to try to, like, even when you see that finish line, your goal has to be like, I'm gonna run beyond the finish line.
You gotta see it like that.
Like, you gotta be like, people say sky's the limit. No, because somebody walked on the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta always have that mindset where if I was an asthmatic and I was trying to catch my last breath, that's how bad I want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Just that bad. Just as bad as I want my next breath. I want that success just like that. You got to keep that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much out there that's negative and pulling against you. And so many different artists doing different things. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to try to compare you to somebody. They're always going to try to say, well, that last song was a hit, but this time right here, you could have did a little better. And you might think that was a hit, though. But, but it all depends on the ear of the listener, too. Because, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like all your music you sent me, but I did like some of it.
Yeah.
It's like one I didn't like, but I like the other ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes, though. But just because I didn't like it doesn't mean it's not a hit.
And see,
I'm just an old chick that, you know what I'm saying? Listen to it.
You know what? Like, one thing my dad always taught me and told me, because, he got history,
Yeah.
especially here. So he always said, man, son, you don't choose it. You can't choose what's your hit. You don't never know.
That's right.
And it might be the song that I hate the word, I just totally do not like. And it's crazy because a couple of tracks right now that people is riding to and they playing in the clubs, I totally did not like at all. Couldn't stand them. I was like, why these? Why this one? Because I got songs where I'm actually talking. And those are the songs I really like to do, like songs that mean something. Versus me just when I hollering over the track because I just did this for the club so it can be played here. I like songs that's meaningful because I ride to music. So songs I really don't like be the ones that I be like, really? And it's really the most...
that's how it goes, though. It's kind of crazy like that.
That's what's being played on the radio right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy like that because, I hear a lot...
ban one of my songs on the radio, though.
Yeah, a lot of artists have songs like on there. It's like, you like, dang, why don't they play this one?
Yeah.
You'll never hear it on the radio or anything, but then you hear some, some crazy stuff. I would recite some lyrics, but I'll be trying not to expose all my talent.
Nah, go ahead,
to y'all
show me something.
at once. One day I'm gonna have a rap off or something, rap battle or something. I expose it to everyone. Right now I try to keep it on the low. Plus Julie, she kind of salty because I brought out a stripper game. So she's trying to think how to get me back now.
Okay.
But anyway, Marri, I'm so proud of you.
Yes,
You've grown as a young man. Like you say, you have a baby. How old is your son?
He is 4 months. His name Carson.
You're a fat boy too.
Fat boy. That's my man,
You're a
though.
fat boy.
I always wake
You're a
up.
handsome little fella.
Keep him up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning with his dad.
His name Carson?
Carson.
That's a nice name. He'll be able to get a job.
Yeah, of course. That's how I thought about it, too.
That's
You know what? When they see this Carson,
Yeah, they ain't gonna step in. You don't have hair like yours. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, Carson.
Yeah.
No, but that's what's up, though. So, hey, on this show, well, first of all, how can somebody get your, where can they find your music?
You can find it. It will be on Dat Piff in 2 days, matter of fact. But you can get it on SoundCloud, Young Marri. And you can go to my website, www.youngmarrionline.com. YouTube, Young Marri, YUNGMARRI.
All right. And who is these cats in the studio? This your manager?
I got my manager, Keith, right here with me.
All right. So what's his name? Keith what? Do you say your last name?
Ellison.
Ellison, okay.
Yeah.
So that's your manager?
That's my manager, Keith, yeah.
What's the name of your management group?
Like,
is it a management group or you just his personal
that's
manager?
my personal manager right there. He makes sure.
Okay, that's what's
He made sure the job get done.
Yeah, he came. I was like, "Who was that?"
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was Junior Mafia or something. Coming up there.
So who was the other guy over there?
That's my first cousin right there. Matter of fact, that's my cousin Chad.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Well,
he's an artist too.
all right. Well, on this show we give shout outs. So go ahead and give us those shout outs.
Well, I do want to give a shout out to everybody that's been there and stayed there and kept it honest, and genuine with me. And everyone that's, well, of course, I gotta say this because she texted me and told me to say it. But I do want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad and my Uncle Quang.
His mom's name is Sean.
Yeah, Sean Franks.
And his dad's name is?
Bunny Franks. And, Bunny Franks, that's my grandmother, of course. And my dad, Quan, Isaac, whatever y'all know him as, Quan and Quang.
Are those twins?
No, they just was best friends since probably birth.
Yeah, probably birth. And my partner Grip, that's my man. And my son, and the mother of my child.
All right.
My lady, that's my lady. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what's up.
My family.
Hey, thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's Real Talk. Thank you everybody for tuning in and check out. I want y'all to listen to this commercial as we go out next Saturday, March 7th, downtown Greenville, Main Street, 12 noon. Greenville, we need you all to show up. Spartanburg, Anderson, it don't matter where you're coming from. We're going to march downtown in remembrance of the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, Alabama. All Lives Matter. March on Main. Salute to Selma. We need everybody to be out there probably about 11 o'clock, 11:20. We're going to start the lineup. And at 12 noon, we're going to march and we're going to celebrate. It's going to be a great thing. We're going to end the march with the song Glory. It's going to be playing downtown Greenville. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to wait for the pictures or the video on Facebook. You don't want to do it. You want to come. You want to be a part of this because this is history. I talked to someone that said they've been here for 28 years and they've never seen this happen before in Greenville. Be a part of history. Come out and join us. 2015. We will present All Lives March on Main. Salute to Selma. celebrating the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, Alabama. Bloody Sunday is a monumental moment in history that we all should remember. Many people lost their lives in order for us to celebrate the freedoms that we have bestowed upon us today. Be there, Saturday, March 7, 2015, downtown Main Street, 12 o'clock noon, Greenville, South Carolina, and watch our vision come to life as we march in unison and celebrate all lives. All lives matter.
.com.